when should you start estate planning? This is an important subject, and we're so glad that you're joining us today. My name is Kristen Oakley, and I'm here with Dennis Breyer, president of Guardian Estate Solutions. He's going to help us answer this important question of when you should start the estate planning process. So Dennis, I know a lot goes into answering this question, but when is the best time for someone to engage in estate planning?
Really, right now for most people. Many of the people that we meet with don't start estate planning until something happens. Mm-hmm. For instance, a spouse dies, something happens in their family where it calls them to get their own estate plan together. Mm-hmm. But it's very important that everybody consider this right now, because unfortunately, we're all 100% sure to die. That's why I'm passionate about this business. It's hard to say, but it is a very true thing. Mm-hmm. So an estate plan really is just about loving your family, because it's about them. It isn't about you. It's about how easy is this going to be for the people that I leave behind at some point, and you will leave them behind at some point. So an estate plan really is a love letter to them that says, I wanted this to be easy for you. And so if you're not thinking about that, I don't know why you wouldn't be.
Right. Well, I think a lot of folks put it off because it's not necessarily the most fun thing to think about life when we're no longer here. But to your point, it's by far one of the most loving things that you can ever do, because if you're grieving, that's not the time on top of everything else you want to also have to wade through a mess and a nightmare that's been dumped in your lap. And I think another misconception, some people think, well, I'm not wealthy enough to have an estate plan. What do you say to folks who have that mentality?
Everybody's wealthy enough for the most part to have an estate plan. In the state of Illinois, if you die with over $150,000 of stuff, house, car, bank accounts, in your name only with no listed beneficiary, then you're in a probate. Mm-hmm. I mean, in the western suburbs of Chicago, that's anybody that owns a house. Yes. So it really, an estate plan is not just about probate avoidance, but that's a big part of it.
For sure.
Probate is not the end of the world. The state does not take all your money. People say that all the time, but it's not ideal.
And it's not necessary. It's avoidable or preventable.
Yes, completely. Yeah. With an estate plan. Exactly. Ultimately, a trust. A trust avoids probate, whereas a will does not. A will actually, you have to probate a will for it to work. Mm-hmm. So a pour-over will and a trust is the basic two documents that you need to keep your family out of a probate, which just means keeping them from, $10,000 to $15,000 in cost in a year and a half of time, which is what you're facing when you're in a probate.
Right. Well, and with probate, not only is it very costly, but you mentioned significant time delays. It's also a matter of public inspection, and a lot of people want to protect their privacy, but you can't do that without having the proper estate plan in place. Mm-hmm. And then another issue is that I know you have shared with me, a lot of folks think that once they have an estate plan, they're done. But it's not a one and done, set it and forget it thing, is it?
No. So many people will go to the attorneys, and the attorneys are great at doing the paperwork. So they give you your pour-over will, your trust, your financial powers of attorney, your healthcare directives, and you have all that, and people just say, okay, I'm done. When I die, somebody's going to show up at my kid's door and give them a bag of tax-free money. Well, that's not exactly how that works. 9 out of 10 times when we're closing an estate for somebody, which is primarily what our business does, the estate plan is only funded with the house. The house is the only thing in the trust. Mm-hmm. Typically, you have the trust so you can put all of your things in it, thereby putting it all in the trust at your death, thereby making it very easy to disperse. Right. So making sure that you fund the trust properly is the most important thing you can do after you actually get the document. So it's the second step.
For sure. Well, studies show that 2 out of every 3 Americans don't have the proper estate planning in place for themselves. So if somebody's watching right now and they're going, yes, it's been on my to-do list, I know I need to get it done, how can them connecting with you help them make that a reality?
Yes. So we're going to take them through our Assist program checklist, which we developed over 7 years of closing estates for people. Mm-hmm. So it's everything you need to think about to close an estate in real life, which informs everything about your estate plan. So we'll walk you through the checklist, and then we will determine whether or not what's going to happen if you were to die tomorrow is something that you want to happen. Oftentimes they say, okay, I don't want any of that to happen. So they'll want to fix it. And then we can help put together an estate plan in conjunction with the attorneys that we use that will make things, like I said, very easy on your family, and you'll be able to leave a legacy that I think your family would be proud of.
Wonderful. Dennis, thank you so much. I'm excited for more folks to connect with you as a result of today's conversation. If that's you, if you need help with your estate planning needs, we encourage you to reach out. You can call the number you see below to get started today with Guardian Estate Solutions. Thanks for watching.